Ever wondered how your brain communicates? Let's dive into the fascinating world of neurotransmitters. Neurotransmitters, think of them as tiny messengers in your brain. They're like the postal service of your body, but instead of delivering letters and packages, they carry messages from one neuron or nerve cell to another. They work tirelessly, zipping from cell to cell, ensuring that these messages are delivered accurately and promptly. Now, these aren't your typical messages. They can't be read on a piece of paper or a screen. These messages are chemical signals, codes that only neurons can understand. And each message has a purpose. It could be telling your hand to lift a cup of coffee or your heart to beat faster when you're nervous. Yes, these tiny messengers have a big job. The role of neurotransmitters is far-reaching. They are involved in everything from how we think to how we feel and move. Have you ever wondered why you suddenly feel happy when you see a loved one, or why you can remember the lyrics to your favorite song? That's neurotransmitters at work. They play a crucial role in our emotions, memory, and even our physical movements. To understand this better, imagine neurotransmitters as little couriers, darting between different parts of your brain. They deliver important notes, carrying precise instructions from one part of your brain to another. For instance, when you decide to take a step, a neurotransmitter carries that message from your brain to your leg muscles. And voila, you're walking. But it's not just about walking or remembering song lyrics. Neurotransmitters are vital for our survival. They help regulate our heartbeat, breathing, and digestion. They are involved in our sleep patterns, our response to stress, and even our sense of hunger and thirst. So, neurotransmitters are essentially the communication network of our brain, ensuring everything runs smoothly. Now that we know the basics, what exactly are neurotransmitters? Well, think of them as chemical postmen, diligently delivering messages from one neuron to another target cell. These messages can be for another nerve cell, a muscle cell, or even a gland. Our bodies are essentially a vast and intricate network of nerves, all sending and receiving electrical signals from nerve cells and their target cells. It's a bit like a busy city traffic system, with information constantly flowing back and forth. This nervous system of ours has the important job of controlling everything, and I mean everything, from our mind to our muscles and even our organ functions. So, every time you decide to get up and grab a snack, or when you're lost in deep thought, or even when you're feeling the butterflies of first love, that's your nervous system hard at work. Nerve cells are constantly sending and receiving information from all over your body, and this constant feedback is absolutely essential for your body's optimal function. But let's not forget about our unsung heroes, the neurotransmitters. They're the ones carrying the messages, ensuring that every signal gets where it needs to go. They're like the reliable delivery drivers of our body, working tirelessly to keep everything running smoothly. These neurotransmitters are located in a part of the neuron called the axon terminal, stored within thin-walled sacs called synaptic vesicles. Each vesicle can contain thousands of neurotransmitter molecules. As a message or signal travels along a nerve cell, these vesicles fuse with the nerve cell membrane, and the neurotransmitters carry the message across a tiny fluid-filled space to the next target cell. The neurotransmitters bind to specific receptors on the target cell, much like a key fitting into a lock. Once they bind, they trigger a change or action in the target cell. This could be another electrical signal, a muscle contraction, or even the release of hormones. In essence, neurotransmitters are the unsung heroes, keeping our bodies functioning as they should. You might be asking, what body functions do nerves and neurotransmitters control? Well, the answer is quite a lot. Let's dive into it. The nervous system, with its vast network of nerves and billions of neurotransmitters, plays a crucial role in managing everything from your mind to your muscles. It's involved in every thought you have, every move you make, every beat of your heart, and even the subtlest of your feelings. It's like the grand conductor of your body's orchestra. Think about your heartbeat and blood pressure. Your nervous system keeps them under control, orchestrating the rhythm of your life. It ensures that your heart beats at the right pace and your blood pressure stays within a healthy range. Now consider your breathing. It seems simple, doesn't it? But behind every breath you take, there's a complex process controlled by your nerves and neurotransmitters. They make sure that your lungs fill up with air and then release it over and over without you even having to think about it. Your nervous system is also responsible for muscle movements. Whether you're lifting a heavy box, typing on a keyboard, or simply blinking your eyes, your nerves and neurotransmitters are hard at work, coordinating these actions. But that's not all. Your nervous system also plays a significant role in your thoughts, memory, learning, and feelings. It's like the ultimate memory bank and learning center, storing your precious memories and helping you learn new things every day. Your sleep, healing, and aging processes are also under the control of your nervous system. It helps you get a good night's sleep, heal from injuries, and age gracefully. Not to mention, it's your body's stress response manager, hormone regulator, and digestion controller. It tells you when you're hungry or thirsty and helps you sense the world around you, from what you see and hear to what you feel, touch, and taste. As we can see, our bodies rely heavily on the work of nerves and neurotransmitters. So next time you marvel at a beautiful sunset, remember the intricate network of nerves and neurotransmitters that made that moment possible. So how do these neurotransmitters work? Well, let's take a closer look at the nerve cells, or neurons, in your body. Each neuron is generally composed of a cell body, which is fundamental for producing neurotransmitters and maintaining the neuron's function. An axon, which transports the electrical signals along the nerve cell to the axon terminal. And an axon terminal, where the electrical message is converted into a chemical signal using neurotransmitters to communicate with the next group of nerve cells, muscle cells, or organs. Now, these neurotransmitters are found in a part of the neuron called the axon terminal, stored within thin-walled sacs known as synaptic vesicles. Each of these vesicles can contain thousands of neurotransmitter molecules. As an electrical message or signal travels along a nerve cell, the electrical charge causes the vesicles of neurotransmitters to merge with the nerve cell membrane at the very edge of the cell. The neurotransmitters now carrying the message are then released from the axon terminal into a fluid-filled space that's between one nerve cell and the next target cell. This space is known as the synaptic junction. In this synaptic junction, neurotransmitters undertake an incredibly small journey across a space less than 40 nanometers wide, carrying the message to the next target cell. To give you a sense of scale, the width of a human hair is about 75,000 nanometers. Each type of neurotransmitter lands on and binds to a specific receptor on the target cell, much like a key fitting into its matching lock. After binding, the neurotransmitter triggers a change or action in the target cell. This could be an electrical signal in another nerve cell, a muscle contraction, or the release of hormones from a cell in a gland. Quite a journey for these tiny messengers, isn't it? We've seen how neurotransmitters travel, but what action or change do they transmit to the target cell? Imagine neurotransmitters as little couriers delivering important notes between different parts of your brain. They don't just pass the message along, they can also influence how the message is received and acted upon. This is where the three possible actions of neurotransmitters come into play: excitatory, inhibitory, and modulatory. Let's start with excitatory neurotransmitters. As the name suggests, these neurotransmitters excite the neurons, firing them up to send the message forward. It's like the courier not only delivers the note, but also encourages the recipient to take immediate action. Excitatory neurotransmitters are the green lights, the go signals in our nervous system. On the other hand, inhibitory neurotransmitters play a slightly different role. They inhibit the neurons, calming them down and preventing them from sending the message forward. It's as if the courier delivers the note, but advises the recipient to hold off on any action. Inhibitory neurotransmitters are like the red lights, the stop signals that help maintain balance in our nervous system. Lastly, we have the modulatory neurotransmitters. These neurotransmitters modulate or adjust the message, altering the way it's received and acted upon. It's like the courier delivers the note, but also provides some context or additional information that influences how the note is interpreted. Modulatory neurotransmitters are the traffic regulators, adjusting the flow of information in our nervous system. So, neurotransmitters don't just carry messages from one neuron to another, they also influence the way these messages are received and responded to. They are the directors of the grand play that is our nervous system, guiding the performance of each neuron to create the symphony of our thoughts, feelings, and actions. So neurotransmitters not only deliver the message, they also determine the nature of the response. Fascinating, isn't it?